Welcome friends for the session for cybersecurity tools, techniques and countermeasures. Today's session topic is advanced persistent threat and cyber kill chain. Today's agenda for the sessions are the advanced persistent threat, APT security measures, cyber key chain. These are the topics which we are going to discuss today in this session. So let us discuss with the objectives of this session. After learning this session, the student will get the benefit of how the APT attack will doing and what is actually APT, advanced persistent threat. We are going to discuss also the threat vectors of APT, the tools and techniques of APT security measures, and which are the prevention mechanisms we can establish for the APT prevention. And the last topic for this session is cyber kill chain. So let us start with the APT. So what is APT, advanced persistent threat? So APT is a broad term used to describe the attack companion which is intruder or team of intruder can perform. The APT which is established by the attacker for long term presence of in network to in order to mine the sensitive information. So this is one kind of attack which is performed by the intruder, and the aim of intruder to just long term presence in network by just attacking on network and presence of intruder to gain the large amount of data from the network. This is the main aim of APT. So the target of these attackers, which are very carefully chosen and researched, they have pre-planned for attacking any network. The main aim of this attack is to just focus on the organizational or governmental networks where the intruder can find the sensitive information to achieve the main goal. So the some of the information that is the main aim of attacker to intrude or to hack from the network. These are the intellectual property theft, the personal, organizational, personal or sensitive data information stealing, then the deleting of the organizational data, and the access of the site, take over entire site access and rights. So these are the main aim of attacks to perform APT. So let us discuss the meaning of APT, the advanced persistent threat. So the three words are there, the advanced, persistent and threat. So what is mean by advanced? So advanced, that is related to the systematic crafting of an attack. So attacker, whenever this is going to perform APT, he had a predefined systematic crafting to perform the attack, and that is very targeted and have a effective code to perform the attack. So that is a pre-planned and systematic craft of designing the attack. The next term, that is persistent. Persistent means the attacker will not stop after performing the attack and he or she will get the fails, then just stop it. He never stop until the success. Okay, so once he gets success, then there is continuous access of network, and he or attackers can get the vast amount of information from that network. The threat is nothing but the process which indicate that the human involvement is there to perform that attack. So advanced persistent threat means the predefined systematic crafting of the attack to perform. Then the persistent, that means to perform that attack again and again till it's get the success, and the threat, that means the human involvement to perform that attack. So that is the actually APT. Now let us discuss the APT intentions. So why APT will perform? Because lots of traditional attacks are there, but the APT is somewhat complex task to perform. So why just attacker will just go for the APT? So for defender, it is very important to find out the intention behind the APT attack, because whenever you want to establish any mechanism, prevention mechanism from the attack, then foremost need is what? You must have to understand the attack. Then prevention mechanism will be established, and more preventive action we can perform. So for the defender side, it is important to find out what is exact aim of attacker to perform this. So that would be useful for investigation of post incident analysis. So the intention of attacker were just concluded based on the previous APT. So whatever attack that is performed by attacker, that will gives the insights what intention of attacker to perform that APT. So the main intention of attacker to perform APT, that would be data or information. Data in the context of for any organization, it is important to understand the market strategy. Let's say the one example, that is, if any intruder just wants to just exploit that information of any organization, so that data, the organizational data, the market strategy, the product design, or some sensitive information they want to store from the organization, that information, that data, that is more conscious for the attacker, which is very objective draft, for which purpose they are storing this information. So data are what? The basic, the sensitive information, like the information of product design. These are the information that they are intended to store. The information, that means that for any organization, the internal information that is very close and that very closely useful for the other purpose. Though the person by person, it is very important for the organization which information is shared with which type of people, because sometimes some information are only for the close groups, because the information like financial status, then the merging of two organization or more. So these are the information which also make useful target for the intruders. So the data and information is heart of organization, so that must be closely secured. Then and then the prevention mechanism we can establish for the APT prevention. So the intention of attacker to perform APT is to just steal the data and information from the any of organization, and APT generally perform on the vast network, like some specific organization or the governmental network which has a main effective aim. Now let us describe the APT. What is exactly APT? So executing APT, the intruder requires more resources than the traditional. So as we know, the traditional attack is what? The attacker perform the attack, and according to attack, the sum of the information like login, password, that information only your attacker can get back. Okay, but in APT, only the single part of network is not utilized. Once the attacker just comes the entry into the network, then attacker can access the vast of information as much attacker need. Okay, so APT, when attacker wants to perform APT, then intruders require more resources than the standard web application attack or any of traditional attacks. So attacker usually terms the experience, these attacks can be performed by the two type of people. One is the ethical attack or unethical. So ethical attack, that is performed by some government funded organization as a cyber welfare weapon. But another type, that is cyber criminals also going for this type of attack to perform some substantial task. APT attack, that is different from the traditional attack, as we know, because this is the significantly more complex. It is not just a hit and run type of attack. Once the attacker infiltrated that network, then as much data that attacker need, that the attacker can use and utilize. So there are manually executed a code against your specific mark. So once attacker get entry, the only not specific part of network will be accessed. The entire network access will be just adopted by the attacker. So more common attacks such as the remote file inclusion, RFI, SQL injection, cross-site scripting, these are frequently used by, frequently attacks that is used by the attacker, and this establish the foothold in a targeted network, and next the trojans and other backdoors are established to perform or to exploit the network. So what is APT? It's a totally different from the traditional attack. It requires the more resource, and in that once attacker get entry, attacker use more information as he need or as attacker need, that much information he can store, rather than just affecting the part of network, the entire network access will adopt by the attacker. So that is the APT. Now what is APT progression? So progression, so after successful APT attack can be broken down into the 3 stages. The 3 different stages of APT attack. The first is network infiltration. So in that, the different network entry through the different types of attack, the attacker wants to get the entry to the network. Then the expansion and then extraction. So let us discuss the individual progress of the APT. So first stage of APT, that is network infiltration. So in that, the enterprises are typically infiltrate through the compromising the one of these components. So how the attacker will get the entry through the organization. So there are 3 different ways. So web assets, sometimes the web assets are there, these are openly accessed by anyone, no any security mechanism established. So they are also open door for the intruders to come in into the network. The network resources, nowadays printer type of resources are in sharing mode of network. So sometimes the attacker just get the access of that sharing resource and just perform some trojans and other attack on the network and just crack the network. And third, that is authorized user access. So the human access, that is authorized human can access the authorized data, and that is also one of the hole where the attacker can get the entry to the network. So this is achieved either through the malicious uploads, either can, the attacker perform RFI for getting the entry to the network through the web assets or resources, or through the authorized human. Either attacker can perform RFI, injection, trojans or attacks and get the access of attacker. Once he get the access, then try to just perform the expansion. So first stage is what? Infiltration, in which the attacker just tried to get the entry into the network through the different ways. Additionally, this is simultaneously execute the DDoS attack. So after performing DDoS again and again, what it will do? It will do the smoke the screen and distract the network from the personnel, as well as it will just weak the security personnel whatever established in the network. So that is also another way for getting the entry to the network. Then once your initial access has been just achieved by the attacker quickly install the backdoor shells, other scripts, malwares and grant the network and access it remotely. So backdoors can also just come into the form of trojans and mask or legitimate pieces of software. So this is the first stage, network infiltration, where the attacker get the entry to the network. So what will be the next? Next is what? Expansion. So in this stage, what attacker or intruder can do? So after foothold is established, once your entry will be done to the network, attackers move to the broader way their presence into the network. Just attacker try to just expand the access or presence of the presence in the network. So this involves moving up the organization hierarchy, compromise the staff members, access the most sensitive data. So what the attacker will do? Just try to maximize the connection, try to attach with the other resources and try to access it. So what it will do? It will just access the access of the network will be expanded by the attacker. So once get the entry in first stage, the second is what? The expansion of access. So by expanding these, what they are able to do? They are able to gather the critical business information, including the product information or any sensitive organizational data or any document or financial status and all as per their objectives. They are trying to collect that information. So depending on the attacker goal, they accomplish that data gathering, that sold that complete information to enterprise and alter the sometimes they trying to delete the infrastructural based information. Sometimes they are deleting the database of the organization, so they are not able to even get the backup of data. So these are the stage, this is the stage where the attacker can perform the expansion of the network entry and get the information from the network. So, that is the second. After getting all the data, the third stage is extraction. So, while APT event is just underway, that is in process, the stolen information, whatever information that gathered by the attacker, that stolen information is typically stored in the secure location, okay, the location of your company or any organization inside the network that is being assaulted, okay, that is already been intruder access. So, once enough data that has been carried by or gathered by the attacker, then the whatever information that needs to be extracted without being detected. Okay, once attacker just get all the intended information, that stolen information that is resides in the network, whatever stolen network, organizational network. Now the attacker once get all information, the job of attacker is what? To collect that data and just extract that data in other location as per expected without any detection, okay, and no any security prevention that is established by the organization, just hiding from their mechanism, they have to extract that data. And typically the white noise tactics are used to distract the security team, so information can be moved from one to another, okay, after gathering information that is in organizational network. So, they are using the white noise tactic. So, that is also useful to just move the data by hiding the information from the security mechanism which are established by the organization. And there may be they are performing the DDoS attack again and again to the network. So, that is also just weak the security mechanism which are established by the company. So, that is the third stage. So, here the APT attack has 3 different states that we have already discussed. One, that is network infiltration. Second is just what you need to do, that is expansion, and third is what? Extraction. So, in infiltration, what the attacker will do? Just get the entry through the other way, that is web asset, network resources, or any authorized human interaction and authorization access. Through that get the entry. Then in second stage, attacker just expand the network and try to collect different type of sensitive data from the network as much he need. And in third, extraction of data, whatever sensitive information that is collected by the whatever attack, that information movement that will be carried out in extraction phase. So, that is entire progression stages of APT. Now, let us discuss the threat vectors. Which are the different APT threat vectors are available? Threat vectors, that means how the attacker get the entry point established by the attacker. So, there are 3 different types of vectors, that is external, internal, and other vectors. So, under the external, the 2 different categories are there, internet and physical. Under internet, so email attachment. Sometimes what attacker will do, whatever personal or authorized humans of that network access, whatever network accessors are there, the attacker gives the malicious mail with the attachment, and once they are downloading, they are installing the trojans and whatever malware they have developed, and they are trying to getting the access. That is also one of the way for getting entry. Second, file sharing. Sometimes they are sharing the file to the network accessor people, and that people sharing that file to otherwhere, and then they are getting the access of the resources and then network. Then pirated software. Sometimes the accessor of the companies are installing the pirated software. With the pirated software, they are attaching some of the attacks like or malware, all Trojan with there, and they are installing, and they are trying to fetch the information regarding or access entry of the network. Third, that is mass vulnerability exploits. They are generating the exploits and trying to get the access of the network through the internet facility. In 4, these all require the internet accessibility. So, sometimes they are sending mailing, and with that they are sending the other attacks. Okay. Second, that is physical, as external physical. So, physical in which the infection using the external device. So if any external devices are connected to the networks and that is not secure, so automatically attacker will get the entry to the network and then expand entire network accessibility. Second, malicious IT equipment. Sometimes the IT equipment that is attached, that is pirated by any software, and through that malicious equipment, any resources, they are trying to get the entry. Sometimes it may be happen in the network we have shared resources like printer, scanner and all, and the whatever attacker just trying to just perform DDoS and other attack, and he'll get the entry or he'll get the access of that scanner and or printer which are shared, and then the attacker will get the entry. So that is also the physical vector where attacker get entry. The rough Wi-Fi access point, the APA which are available and that is not secure, that is rough access point, and they are getting to access it and trying to connect with that point and just try to get entry to the network. And last, that is stolen devices or any equipments. Okay, so in network there may be a chance any stolen devices are connected which is not authorized by the company, and then just attacker will get the chance to just use that stolen devices or any laptop which higher authority that is given or access of the attacker. So they can also get the entry to the network. Now let us discuss about the APT threat vectors internal. So internally, which are they? Because external, that means from external side they are accessing through the internet and through the physical devices, that we have seen. As an internal, that is trusted insider or trusted channel. So in trusted insider means what? The rough employee. The employee is not honest with the organization, and that employee passes that information to the other organization or other intruders. So that is also one of the way where intruder can get the entry to the network. Second, third party contractors and vendors. Sometimes there may be deals happen with the organization. The third party vendors or organizations are there for their own benefit. They are sending the information of company, the sensitive information of company to the outsider or intruders. So there may be a chance they are leaking the information and intruder can get the idea to get the attachment with the network. The second internal vector, that is trusted channel. The trusted channel, that means whatever channels are established for the network that has been stolen, the stolen credential, the authorized access of human, that is already stolen by the intruder by performing some of the attacks. Okay, if intruder perform the attacks and get the credential for the authorized employee of the organization, then the open door is there for the network, for the intruder. Okay, then untrusted devices. The devices are connected with the system, but the system doesn't recognize or doesn't have any security mechanism for to identify that newly connected device. So that untrusted, unsecure device accessed by the intruder, then also this is the hole where intruder or attacker can get the entry to the network. Hijack the cell communication. Any cell communication, the information that is passed with one to another, by passing that information, that cell in communication will be hacked by or hijacked by the intruder, then also that is become one of the threat vector for the intruder to get the entry into the system. So there are many of chances or many of ways where attacker can perform different types of attack to get the access of the network. So what is the job of organization? They have to establish the mechanism, secure mechanism, and they have to put the measures where that all information needed to be secure, and they have a prevention mechanism. Then and only then they can just restrict this access. The other threat vectors are what? These are the external and internal we have seen. Which are the other threat vectors? So as a other threat vectors, insecure build. Insecure build, that means insecure devices are connected with network or unpatched software versions. Sometimes if we are using version and some updated version doesn't have any patching or unpatched software. So if in network that softwares are used, and through that softwares the attacker can get the entry. That is also another type of threat vector for getting the entry. Then misconfigured device. Misconfigured device, that means the whatever intruder is there and he wants to get the access of that device, then the device is not under the security mechanism of organization. So that is also one of the chance for intruder. Second, information leakage. The exposure of sensitive material, that is online or through the social media, that information was leaked, then the intruder can easily just get the sensitive information and broken down the network. Third, that is application security. Application security, that is reverse engineering or fuzzing or buffer overflow, this type of overflow or whatever exceptions are there of any of application, and through that exception the intruder getting the information, sensitive information, then that is also one of the vector where the intruder can get the entry to the network. Once they get the entry, then they will do the whatever task or whatever information they want to hijack, they will. Okay. Now, which are the tools of APT? There are different tools are available to perform the APT: open source exploit software, malware, the different RoboKits ransomware, malicious attachment, the open source available exploit code, the using 0 days. These are the tools available. The techniques are available for APT, that is open source intelligence, OSINT, social engineering using the SET, social engineering toolkit is also available, which is leverage the social media information and identify the contextual and behavioral information like sensitive information of organization. If you want to hijack or if you want to prevent, you can. Targeted spear phishing attack is also there, requires in-depth knowledge of internal communication method for performing the phishing attack. So these are techniques. With this malicious attachment, as we know the email with the malicious attack, in attachment we are providing some documents. Generally they are using document like PDF, Office document, that is Word, Excel and Access. This type of document they are sharing with the file attachment, malicious attachment, and with that they are exploit the security of the network. They are adding or they are generating this type of document and adding or trying to perform the Trojan or other attack with this. They are trying to install that and just get the entry to the network. The another, that is hardware devices. Hardware devices, that is hardware exploits in internal devices are used. The projector, printers, as I have said, the different resources are available in sharing mode, and once attacker get access of that one, then automatically by exploring that access, the attacker get chance to come inside the network. So these are the techniques. Now this is the entire cycle how the APT will perform. So this is just example to get the idea how actually attack will perform. So first, there are different vectors we have seen using through which the attacker should perform the attack. So internet, through the email or through any of device, just get the attacker get the entry. The first stage is what? The whatever authorized access user, the user who uses that that network, they are downloading the attachment or just getting giving the access of resource to the another user. So that is the first step. If email just malicious attachment is there, then the user of network, what user will do, will just download that attachment. So by downloading that, the exploit already executed, which is designed by the attacker. Once you are just clicking on download, then automatically exploits which are hiddenly available with that is executed. Then inject the additional code. Then whatever Trojans they have established, that automatically executed. Then fourth, they are trying to establish the connection, and then they are exploring that connection and they are trying to catch other staffs or other connection or other access, resource access. Then in 6 steps, what they are stealing the information, they are trying to get the authorized information, and then they are performing the malware and FTP and DDoS and other white noise for moving the information from authorized or whatever stolen network to their own network. So that is entire APT attack cycle. So friends, we have seen the APT, how it is performed, the attack, the entire cycle of attack. Today's session we are just going to complete, and we will start the next agenda very soon. Thank you.